Olivia stood silently among a crowd gathered around her husband's coffin. Daniel, her husband, had passed away in a workplace accident at a construction site. His death was not only a devastating emotional loss, but also plunged their small family into a crisis. Olivia looked at her two young children, Lily, 10 years old, and Leo, 7 years old, clinging to her hands, their innocent eyes unable to fully comprehend what was happening. Just a week later, Olivia was confronted by the landlord demanding repayment of a debt Daniel had borrowed to cover his mother's medical expenses before she passed away. Olivia's family had no other choice but to sell their small house in the suburbs to settle the debt. They moved into a cramped rental room in a poor urban labor district where she began a new life with nothing but empty hands. Olivia accidentally ran into Harold while wandering the streets in search of a job. Harold was an elderly man who sold bread on a street corner. His small bread stand wasn't much, but it was always bustling with customers thanks to its simple wooden cart and unique bread recipe. Seeing the confusion and distress in Olivia's eyes, Harold invited her to work as his assistant. Through the days of working together, Harold not only taught Olivia how to bake bread, but also imparted life lessons about treating others. You must be resilient, but never forget kindness. Sometimes it's kindness that saves you on the darkest days, he said. Olivia gradually learned to make delicious loaves of bread and began dreaming of starting her own small business. But life was never easy. The street corner where Harold ran his business was not only a gathering place for working-class people, but also located near an upscale restaurant owned by Victor. Victor was a wealthy, cold-hearted businessman who always viewed small vendors as obstacles to his vision of progress. When Harold introduced Olivia to his regular customers, Victor took notice of her. He summoned Olivia and demanded that she stop selling in the area, claiming it was unsuitable for the image of the street. Olivia refused, and Victor began to make things difficult for her, hiring people to threaten her customers, filing complaints with local authorities, accusing the bread cart of being unsanitary. Olivia faced pressure from both Victor and the struggles of poverty, but she resolved not to give up. After several months of working with Harold, Olivia decided to leave to start her own business. Using the small amount of money she had left, she bought an old, worn-out bread cart from a second-hand market. She brought the cart home and repaired it little by little with her own hands. Lily and Leo helped their mother clean the cart and experiment with baking. Their laughter and joy filled the air, giving Olivia renewed confidence that she was on the right path. On the opening day, Olivia managed to sell 20 loaves of bread. But that very evening, a group of strangers came and smashed her cart. Olivia broke down in tears, overwhelmed with sorrow. For the first time, she felt as though all her efforts had been destroyed. The next morning, Harold showed up with a wooden crate and some repair tools. He helped Olivia fix the damages and called for assistance from the local workers in the area. One of her regular customers, Ethan, a young lawyer who often bought bread from Olivia, heard about the incident and decided to support her legally. He advised her to report the vandalism and provided solutions to help protect her cart in the future. After repairing the bread cart, Olivia returned to the street corner with her two children to continue her work. Despite her hesitation, she remained determined. The first few days of selling were not easy. Some customers doubted the quality of her bread because the newly repaired cart still looked too old. Others bought bread, but intentionally underpaid or mocked her with hurtful comments. Olivia reminded herself, I cannot give up. For Lily, for Leo, I have to make this work. She began diligently observing and learning communication skills from Harold while experimenting with new recipes. Sophia, Olivia's childhood friend, unexpectedly showed up one day. She told Olivia that she had recently divorced her husband and had nowhere to go. Sophia offered to help Olivia sell bread and asked to borrow some money to get back on her feet. Without suspicion, Olivia lent Sophia the money and entrusted her with delivering bread orders. But just a week later, Sophia disappeared, taking the borrowed money with her. Worse, Olivia discovered that Sophia had stolen her bread recipe and sold it to a nearby bakery. The betrayal by her close friend devastated Olivia. She was heartbroken to realize she had placed her trust in the wrong person. As Olivia tried to recover from Sophia's betrayal, Victor began causing trouble again. He hired a group of young men to park a truck in front of her bread cart, blocking customers from accessing it. Olivia's sales dropped drastically. Victor even confronted Olivia directly, saying, I suggest you find somewhere else to sell. This is no place for poor people like you." Olivia gritted her teeth and endured, but her frustration grew. She decided she wouldn't let Victor destroy her business any further. Ethan, the young lawyer who frequently bought bread from Olivia, noticed her struggles. He offered to help her handle the situation with Victor. After gathering evidence of Victor's obstruction, Ethan filed a complaint with the local authorities. Meanwhile, Grace, a struggling worker who was a regular customer, offered her help. Grace said, "Olivia, I'm unemployed right now. I can help you sell bread. I just need enough food to eat." Touched by Grace's kindness, Olivia agreed to let her assist. With Grace's help, Olivia's bread-selling business gradually stabilized. Olivia decided to upgrade her business to counter competition and harassment. She invested part of her profits into repairing and repainting the bread cart, making it look clean and attractive. She and Grace expanded the menu, adding new fillings like shredded chicken, canned fish, and a special homemade sauce. Thanks to their creativity and relentless effort, Olivia's bread cart began attracting more customers. Many workers in the area became regulars and spread the word about Olivia's bread cart. However, Olivia knew her struggles were far from over. She sensed that Victor wouldn't give up on trying to ruin her business. After previous attempts to sabotage her failed, Victor resorted to legal measures to force Olivia out of the street. He filed a complaint with the authorities, accusing her bread cart of obstructing traffic and violating food safety regulations. One morning while Olivia was selling bread, city officials unexpectedly arrived to inspect her cart. They ordered her to cease operations immediately until the legal issues were resolved. Olivia tried to explain, but they insisted she move her cart right away. Despair engulfed Olivia as she felt all her efforts slipping away. Tears streamed down her face as her two children stood beside her, confused about what was happening. Ethan, the young lawyer, heard about Olivia being forced to stop her business. He met with her that same afternoon. "Olivia, don't worry. We have the right to protect our work. I'll do everything I can to help you," he reassured her. Ethan quickly gathered evidence proving that Victor had used his connections to pressure Olivia unfairly. He even uncovered proof that Victor had bribed officials to act against her. Thanks to Ethan's intervention, Olivia was not only allowed to resume her business, but Victor was also reprimanded for his wrongful actions. Grace didn't just help Olivia sell bread, she also brought joy and encouragement every day. She often said, "Olivia, we may be poor, but we must live with dignity. When people push us down, we must stand even taller." Grace also came up with ideas to grow the business, such as preparing simple drinks to serve customers. Her creativity and hard work helped increase sales significantly. One busy day, Olivia was moved when Grace confided, "I used to think my life was hopeless, but thanks to you, I've realized I still have worth." One day, a regular customer named Martha, an elderly woman who often bought bread from Olivia, decided to help her. Martha revealed that her son was looking to fund small businesses to promote community development. Soon after, Olivia received an offer for financial support from a community fund. While the amount wasn't large, it was enough for her to renovate her bread cart, buy additional tools, and improve the quality of her bread. Not only that, but many customers started supporting Olivia more by buying bread regularly. Some even helped promote her bread cart on social media, significantly increasing her customer base. Despite being warned, Victor didn't give up on his efforts to undermine Olivia. He set up a competing mobile bread stand right next to hers. The new stand offered lower prices and used tactics like free drinks to attract customers. For the first few days, Olivia's sales dropped significantly. Realizing she needed to act, Olivia made changes to keep her customers. She improved her bread recipes, adding unique fillings like honey-grilled pork and salted eggs. Grace suggested a buy 5, get 1 free promotion to build customer loyalty. Thanks to the superior quality of her bread, customers gradually returned to Olivia's cart. Olivia treated her customers not just as buyers but as friends. She often listened to their stories and connected with them on a personal level. This genuine care helped her build a small community around her bread cart. One time, when a regular customer faced financial difficulties, Olivia didn't hesitate to give them free bread. This act of kindness spread throughout the neighborhood, making Olivia even more beloved. Ethan remarked, "Olivia, you're not just selling bread, you're selling hope." After a long disappearance, Sophia unexpectedly returned and apologized to Olivia. Sophia explained that she had been deceived by someone else, losing all her money and now having nowhere to turn. "Olivia, I was wrong. You're the only friend I have. Please forgive me." Although deeply hurt by Sophia's previous betrayal, Olivia couldn't help but feel sympathy as she watched her cry. She decided to give Sophia a second chance, allowing her to help out at the bread cart. Grace, Olivia's loyal partner, did not trust Sophia. One day, Grace happened to catch Sophia secretly taking photos of Olivia's bread recipes from her notebook. Suspicious of Sophia's intentions, Grace quietly followed her and discovered that Sophia was in contact with Victor. Grace immediately informed Olivia. At first, Olivia didn't believe it, as she wanted to hold on to the hope that Sophia had changed. But when Grace presented the evidence, Olivia felt as though a knife had been plunged into her heart. Olivia confronted Sophia early one morning. She remained calm and asked, "Sophia, you called me your best friend. Why would you do this to me?" Sophia, knowing she couldn't deny the truth, coldly replied, "Did you really think I came back because of friendship? I needed money. If you have it, then I deserve it too. Victor promised to pay me if I helped him." Olivia was stunned, but instead of getting angry, she simply said, "If you needed money, I would have been willing to help, but I cannot forgive this betrayal." Feeling humiliated, Sophia walked away, leaving Olivia with a deep sense of heartbreak. Sophia handed Olivia's bread recipe to Victor. Using it, Victor launched a chain of bread carts, directly competing with Olivia. With substantial financial backing and lower prices, Victor attracted many customers. Olivia faced a major crisis. Her sales plummeted, and her efforts to improve the menu weren't enough to retain her customers. One night, Olivia sat in front of her bread cart, wondering to herself, "What did I do wrong? Why is life so unfair?" In her moment of despair, Olivia never imagined that her loyal customers were secretly planning to help her. A young customer recorded a video sharing Olivia's story and posted it on social media. The video quickly went viral, garnering thousands of views and comments. Many people came to Olivia's bread cart, not only to buy bread, but also to show their support. Thanks to the kindness and solidarity of the community, Olivia began to regain her confidence. Ethan noticed that Victor had used Olivia's bread recipe without her permission. He suggested that Olivia sue Victor to protect her rights. Although initially hesitant, Olivia agreed, knowing it was the only way to end the injustice. The legal battle dragged on for weeks. Victor tried to use his money to manipulate the system, but thanks to Ethan's clear evidence, Olivia won the case. Victor was ordered to compensate Olivia financially and to cease his bread business. After being abandoned by Victor, Sophia returned to beg for Olivia's forgiveness. But this time, Olivia stood firm. "Sophia, I forgive you, but I can't let you back into my life. Our friendship is over." Sophia quietly left, leaving behind a stronger Olivia than ever before. Following her legal victory, Olivia used the compensation from Victor to invest in her bread cart. She repainted it, purchased new equipment, and even hired a designer to create a unique sign that read, "Olivia's Bread Cart, a place for trust and love." This transformation attracted even more customers, not just because of the quality of her bread, but also because of her inspiring story of resilience and kindness. Olivia expanded her menu to include breakfast options like pastries and coffee to cater to early morning workers. Grace, who had stood by Olivia through every challenge, officially became her partner. Olivia shared her long-term plans with Grace. "Grace, I want to open a small bakery, not just to make a living, but to help women like you and me." Grace, moved to tears, agreed to join Olivia in developing the business. Together, they hired an additional employee and began building their own team. Olivia never forgot the people who had supported her during her struggles. She set aside a portion of her profits to give away free bread to the homeless. Every morning, she prepared 10 to 20 loaves of bread to distribute, earning gratitude from many. One of Olivia's longtime customers, Martha, was deeply moved by her generosity. Martha decided to connect Olivia with a charity organization where she could participate in more community activities. After his downfall, Victor lost most of his customers and his reputation in the business world. He was forced to sell off some of his assets to pay off debts. One day, he unexpectedly appeared at Olivia's bread cart. Victor looked at Olivia, the arrogance gone from his face. "I was wrong. I've learned a lesson about greed and selfishness. Thank you for helping me realize that." Olivia didn't say much. She simply smiled and replied, "Everyone deserves a chance to start over, Mr. Victor. I hope you live better from now on." A year later, Olivia had saved enough money to open her first bakery. The small shop was located on a bustling street corner, but had a cozy atmosphere, with pictures of her old bread cart displayed on the walls. The bakery was not just a place to sell bread, but also a space where Olivia taught baking skills to impoverished women who wanted to start over. She offered free classes, helping many find new hope in their lives. Grace became the store manager, while Olivia focused on training others and developing charitable projects. Lily and Leo, Olivia's two children, had grown so much. Lily was accepted into a prestigious high school, and Leo began showing remarkable talent in painting. Both were proud of their mother and often helped her during their free time. One evening, Leo presented his mother with a painting he had made. It was of Olivia standing in front of her bread cart, her face beaming with a radiant smile. "Mom, this is you, the strongest person I know." Olivia hugged her two children tightly, tears streaming down her face, but they were tears of happiness. Olivia never sold her old bread cart, even after opening her own bakery. She kept it in the small yard in front of her house, a symbol of resilience and overcoming adversity. Every time she looked at the cart, she was reminded of her difficult but meaningful journey. It served as a constant reminder. No matter how hard life gets, as long as we don't give up, we will always find the light at the end of the tunnel. Olivia's story spread far and wide, not only within her neighborhood but also across social media. She became a symbol of resilience and compassion. People came to her bakery not just to eat, but to hear the story of a woman who had once stood at the edge of despair, but managed to climb to the top of the mountain on her own. Olivia's story is not just a tale of overcoming hardship, but also proof that kindness, perseverance, and love can change everything. If you find the story meaningful, share it with those around you to spread the message of hope and determination. Let's come together to take small actions in life, helping someone in need, encouraging someone who feels discouraged, or simply offering a smile. Because it's these simple acts that can become a powerful source of motivation for those who need it most.